You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 245.
245, man. Man, I hate to say it, but I am rich homie Ralph this week.
I know, man. RIP,
I know,
man.
I know.
New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com.
Mhm.
And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
Yep. If you're on Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, special shout out to WDJYFM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL, hope.
Shout out to OS Gang down there in Georgia, man. Ralph, just round of applause just for being able to make content today. Just, get the round of applause out there. Yeah, let the people know how you feeling, bro.
Well, hold on. It's mixed feelings, right? So, football season is going on. I just want to get that out the way. Football season is back.
Word up.
Football is in full swing from high school. Well, if you got kids in Pee Wee and whatever that shit is,
Little League.
We got high school, we got college, and professional is in full swing, man. So now we're recording during slated games right now, but I missed those because I've been asleep. Shout out to allergy season back. Get the gunshots, John, please. You know what I'm saying? Get the gunshots.
Yes.
The gunshots, yeah.
It's crazy. Just out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere, man. Like me and Johnny we tentatively record every Sunday. We usually pick the time that kind of works with both our schedules. Usually it's around the same time. Not too much give or take, right?
Yeah.
Man, I set that alarm. And the alarm did nothing but provide background noise. Like I hit that snooze button, roll back up. It was time to record. Usually me and Johnny are in the same place, especially when we can help it. Right now we're giving it to you, our podcast across the StreamYard platform. So, hey.
It is what it is.
Sinuses.
Yeah.
So shout out to Pollen, shout out to Dust, shout out to Ragweed, shout out to
Ragweed. That's funny.
Shout out to all this shit.
Shout out to Ragweed. That's funny.
But yeah, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Hold on, write that down. That might be a potential title, episode title. Shout out to Ragweed. That's crazy. But nah, man, I'm definitely slightly feeling the effects of the fake fall that we're feeling right now. But outside of that, man, I'm good. I went to the Soulard market yesterday with my fiance, just to pick up a few things, a few knickknacks here and there for the kitchen for the week. Came across this item right here that was just in the background. Check out the baby Deadpool.
The baby Deadpool.
This is crazy. This is crazy, right? First of all, this is 3D printed and hand painted.
Okay.
Like
so it's a real collectible.
No, absolutely. Okay. And it's crazy because the guy, so we went to the butcher that was at the market, and I just noticed it in the background. And I was like, I wonder how much he would sell that for, jokingly, right? Because I'm thinking it's just part of the decor of the butcher. It's all kind of just shit around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked the guy, I was like, how much would you sell that for? Didn't even know he's the one that made it or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And he gave us the whole backstory on it. Oh, it's 3D printed. He had like some Star Wars stuff around it as well. He was like, I would let it go for 50. And I was taken aback because that's really cheap for something that's like hand painted and 3D printed and all that. So I I went back and forth as I'm ordering what I need to order from the butcher, right? I'm back and forth in my brain, like, damn, I should really buy this because I'll never find anything like this for that cheap for real.
Yeah.
And I just clearly I purchased it because this is amazing. Like, this is amazing. This is crazy. That's crazy. So no, that's yeah.
You feel like you got it for a good price?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. This at C2E2 or any other con, this could easily go for like $250. Like it's nuts. So yeah, I will definitely be hitting him up to do some commissions for me in the future because this is great. This is great. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So no, that was my weekend. I'm easily turned into the uncle that collects items. So you've been in the house, you've seen all the stuff I got.
Hey, listen. Hey, I shout out to the Master P. Thing you got me. I appreciate it. I love that thing.
Word up. So yeah, man. Nah, but yeah, that's what I got going on. That's it.
Okay, man. Hey, man. So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you, bro. I think you like this, man. You know me. I always like to pick apart people's personalities and shit like that. You know, when it comes to like this music and entertainment space. So it's kind of like, image is a big thing, right? And, I got to think against dweebs, even though I ain't the most coolest nigga myself. You know what I'm saying? I put myself in the dweeb bucket too. You know, and I ain't nobody perfect.
There's levels to the dweeb.
Yeah, there's levels to the dweeb, but it's just like, who are you a fan of? But ideally, you'll hate them, their personality or their image. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who do you like consider yourself a fan of? But you was like, hey, I don't like this guy. I don't like this gal. You know what I'm saying? Like, but personality wise, it's just or personality or just the way they're packaged to you as an artist or entertainer or even athlete. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man. Bro, if I didn't like this stuff, I would really hate this person. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, who are you a fan of like that?
That is a phenomenal question. That is a great question.
Because your implicit bias always makes you look past the red flags or the things that you don't care for in a person, right? We're doing it in friendships, relationships, whatever, right? But
wow.
I got my answer.
I might need to deep dive into this. Go ahead and give yours.
Mine is like I hate how you say Khalid. Like, I like his music, but I hate his haircut and I hate the way he dressed. I don't know, that's a West Coast thing. Like, I hate the hobo chic nigga look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the big ass jeans and the flannels and shit, like the Vans. Like, nigga, what you got on, bro? And then you got the Tracy Chapman haircut. Get that shit up out of here, bro. But I like your music though. Like, I like that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like it. I don't know what I want my R&B singles to look like. I just know I don't want them to look like that though either. Like, because you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about how rappers and their image look. R&B niggas he ain't gotta be genuine, nigga. But I don't know. But that ain't it either.
Wow.
But I'm a fan though.
That's crazy, right? I know. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan though.
Goodness gracious.
Low key, I don't like the way he sings either, but I like the some songs. It's just just here. I'm a hater. I don't know. Maybe it's just a hater. I'm a hater.
This might be a layup. But honestly, my answer will be Drake. Like, I see Pad since Drake has been a thing in the music industry. Mm-hmm. I've seen past the great music. To me personally, Drake has always been kind of a dweeb, like a lame. I always feel like him and Nicki Minaj are the greatest actors in hip hop history because Drake is not the personalities plural that he is portrayed to be throughout his music career. That's not him. And I've seen past all the great music, all the slaps, all the albums. I just see past it. Hell, I hate every iteration of haircut that he ever had. The beard, the no beard, the fake abs, like the low cut fade, the sponge joint that I got right now. He's had all of it, and I hated it all because none of it is him. This is a Canadian white man. Yet he cosplays as every other country or Caribbean country that there is. Like, I absolutely hate that shit.
I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you dress.
Yes. Kendrick Lamar beautifully, explicitly said the shit that I felt since I've heard what is so far gone. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
I can't call you a hater because I just sit here and just talked about it.
Look, see?
Clearly, this was like get your issue off type question.
I was about to say, and look, does that negate any of the things that he's done in the music industry for the last 15 years? Absolutely not. But past that, I hate that shit. I hate it. It's crazy. That's a great question. Which is kind of funny because my answer to your question is kind of leans into my off the dome question.
Okay.
I have a would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather have the career
Mm-hmm.
of Drake or Lil Wayne?
That is a great question, actually, because you don't lose either way you go.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather have Lil Wayne's career, and this is why. You have somebody that was successful in 4 different decades of hip hop. Somebody that's considered, no matter what, you can argue him Mount Rushmore hip hop at some point in time. Drake, has often made music that doesn't, it transcends hip hop. Lil Wayne defines an era. If we're being honest, like I don't think, and Drake is, has been very more than a above average rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the artist is something else. Like Drake, the artist, and Drake the rapper are 2 different things. But when it comes to like Wayne rapping,
yeah,
you ain't never heard nobody say mixtape Drizzy, like not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not mixtape Wayne is a real thing. Like, yeah. So I mean, I personally, and then I love all the nigga shit. So I personally, I would just lean into just having Lil Wayne's career, whatever that looks like, the highs and the lows of it too, because I know what comes with that.
Right.
And somebody that really, had a very great career without having that one-on-one beef, that's really tough.
Oh, that's a great point.
Wayne never had to do a beef on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was his beef? When everybody left Cash Money, started dissing him, like. Okay,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When like him and Pusha T, like that was like a silent joint, like for real. He never really responded to Pusha per se.
Yeah.
Even though Pusha was really dissing Birdman, and Birdman can't rap, so who else go rap for him?
Facts. No,
it's kind of like one of them. But
he inherited the beef.
Yeah. So Lil Wayne has had a very great career without ever having to really be called to the carpet when it came to the beef.
Right.
So I would take that. I would take that lane.
Yeah. Okay. Like, there's one defining, like, of course, everything you said, one defining characteristic between Wayne and Drake that would make me lean towards one or the other. With Drake has, what's known in the culture as a stimulus package, right? Drake hops on your song, your star power skyrockets. Cool.
Yeah.
Wayne, he had the opportunity to create Young Money and the roster of Young Money artists. And out of the how many ever, because it was about 10-ish of them. Yeah. You had two mega superstars. I think I would lean more towards creating a label, creating a collective, and having or being able to help cultivate two superstars versus having the stimulus package, basically. Not saying the stimulus package is bad, because there have been artists, groups, individuals that have taken that and ran with it, right? But I personally, the type of person I am, would love to have my hand in help cultivating the superstars. For that, I would lean toward Lil Wayne's career.
Okay.
Lil Wayne's career. So
would you even count Tiger? I know, he's like half. He's like half.
The reason I wouldn't,
he's a star. He's not a superstar.
The reason I wouldn't is because I feel like Tiger was a star before he even got to Young Money.
Okay, that's fair.
So
that's fair.
Now, granted,
now however that goes, that's something else. Okay.
Now having Tiger, I mean, still a plus, still a win, right? But Tiger was Tiger before Young Money. Nicki and Drake. Not so much.
They needed the cultivation.
Exactly.
And so that's fair. That's a fair one.
I would lean toward Lil Wayne as well. Lil Wayne's
okay.
So.
Well, hey, that was off the dome, people. So who are you a fan of, but you ideally hate their image and their personality?
Yep. And would you rather have the career of Drake or Lil Wayne? Let us know.
OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk? We definitely got some topics here on this OS news docket this week. Let's start here first. Somber tip. We always start somber, then kind of go into the better things to talk about. Rapper Rich Homie Quan has passed away at the tender age of 34.
Yeah.
Um, there has been talk of drug overdose, which I believe that conversation is still, or that investigation is still being done, because the autopsy and things like that had to happen, because this just happened 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he passed away at his home residence in Atlanta. Johnny, what do you guys say?
Man, it's crazy, because I think as much, I guess, I don't want to sound too heavy, but as much death as we've covered on OS, right? What I've noticed is death really does come in threes, right? First it was Beat King, then it was Fat Man Scoop, now it's Rich Homie Quan, right?
Yeah.
All random incidents, things that happen with these individuals. So first, rest in peace to all of them. Condolences to family and friends, fans. I don't know. Like, Rich Homie Quan for us was that era, like right after college, where he really, really, really started turning up. And man,
he was a part of the New Atlanta collective, and it's so funny, right? All these people our age, but we looked at them as little niggas, which is fun, weird, right? Like, really, we would have been in high school together, right? Like, Rich Homie, Travis Porter, like Amigos, like, hold on, Young Thug. We'd have been in school with all these niggas at that point, but we was like, hey, man, what are they talking about? Like, what they doing? Like, it's like I didn't realize Rich Homie was. I say Young Homie. See, I'm blending people now, but no. I didn't realize Rich Homie was in his 30s. I don't know what gave me the idea that he was just still so young, but that music that he made was definitely a soundtrack during the time period where I was outside, in my type of way and lifestyle and all that stuff. Yes. So, him being associated with those hits and kind of carrying the torch for Atlanta at a certain point in time, definitely should be recognized. And, I know he had like some falling out with YSL and Young Thug and all that stuff, and he was even trying to mend those senses. So that's kind of like when you hear stories like that, it kind of makes you a little bit. It makes you sadder about the sudden and tragic loss.
Right.
I don't know, man. When these rappers pass away, people get real disrespectful. Excuse me. Like, people talk about the lack of hits and like, what I'm saying? Like, oh, his music career wasn't coming back. Nigga, what? What? Like, what does that have to do
with anything?
What they got to do with the price of lemon pepper in Atlanta? Like, they ain't got shit to do with that. Like, my dude, like, like he made songs, and I think he even talked about his label struggles, which led to him doing substance abuse. So that's how we even get to this point. Like, he was doing something that he loved. He made music. He made good music. You know what I'm saying? Forever, whatever world that was supposed to inhabit, it was good music, right?
Right.
So if your label halts you up, that does lead to a certain level of depression. And now you start musing, and
one thing that so out of all of the negativity, right? Because you got to sift through it, because that's always going to be inevitable.
And it's so crazy. You see 2 comments, and now it's the world saying that. It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? I just hate when those 1 or 2 comments kind of permeate the conversation.
Right. Right. What I did see, and I guess I didn't really notice this because I hadn't been keeping up with Rich Homie Quan, like, I guess, as of late. But from a lot of the current interviews that he was doing, it sounded as if he was transitioning the type of music that he made. Of course, we know him for the turn up, for the fun and all that, but he was saying how 2 of his kids are, like, their age difference is kind of vast, right? So he wanted to start making music to where his kids will be able to really chill with him and listen to it. So and that motivated him to do different things in his music, change the way he put himself out there and things like that. So I thought that was great for him to be able to be motivated to make that type of switch. So I'm always glad to hear when an artist wants to, or a person in general wants to elevate and is motivated, by different things to change the way that change how they are in certain settings and things like that. So it was cool to hear that perspective from him. And was also crazy, I forgot that he was actually in St. Louis. He headlined STL Fest like a month ago. Like he was here, like, which is crazy. So man, again, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan, man.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace, man. Like you said, I'm glad you mentioned Beat King because I think he passed on a week where we were off.
Yeah.
So that missed the news cycle of OS. But yeah, definitely rest in peace to Beat King, Fat Man Scoop, and now unfortunately Rich Homie Quan, man. Three guys that provided a lot of turn up in hip hop, man.
Word, absolutely, man.
Let's try this out, man. New album is being announced by one of the great hip hop duos, the Clipse.
Yes.
And No Malice coming out with a new album, Johnny. By the end of the year, too.
By the end of the year, late 2024. Did you get a chance to look at the title yet?
No, let me check it out real quick.
So I wanted to get Ralph's like initial reaction to seeing the title because I thought this title was super hard.
Pusha T and No Malice. Let God sort them out.
Let God sort them out. That's hard.
Okay.
That's fire.
EP produced, executive produced by Pharrell. We got features with Nas, Stove God, Cooks, and John Legend. Hey man. I'm always here for new Clipse music. I'm always been a fan of Clipse, like Lord willing until current. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of always been somebody, a group, or at least Pusha. I've always kind of kept them in my wheelhouse. When it came to the music tip. So I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'll check it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's gonna be album of the year. Like I don't want to get. I'm like, oh my God, Clipse back. Like I don't know. Because when No Malice comes back outside, it seems like his verses hit a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? When he popped back out. But I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you got, Johnny?
I'm definitely here for it. I'm definitely here for it. And after seeing that title, so we've been, I guess, alluding or discussing a new Clipse album, I feel like all year, right?
Yeah.
And now that we have the official announcement, because I don't think it was officially announced until now. Having the official announcement was or is exciting, and then having the title also is very exciting because that's just that title's just hard. That title hard, and it looks like we're getting some of the same, but maybe not some of the same Clipse with at least with the 3 features that we see, right? So Stove God Cooks, we already know what that's gonna be like, but then we also getting John Legend, so we might get some gospel-esque-ish music on the album as well. So either way, I'm very excited for this, especially with that the No Malice verse that was on Pusha's last album. Man, I can't think of the name of that song right now, but the last track that was on Pusha's last album and how fire that song was as a whole. So I'm definitely excited for this album.
Well, this album it's been teased for a while because Pharrell's been executive directing the Louis V stuff. So when they did the Paris Fashion Week, which was before the Olympics, they were playing the Clipse music while the models were doing their thing. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've heard like a clip of at least the song, whatever that has John Legend on. It sounds like how you would think Pharrell, Clipse, and John Legend sounds like. It sounds fucking amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Production on it. And John Legend just, doing his goat thing, whatever he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, John Legend, man, you used to be ours, man. Ever since you made Green Light, shit been different, man. But
I like that song too.
Hey man, nobody told him to make it though. That was not for us. That was not for the John Legend fans. That was for him to get more fans. Like niggas be making new songs to get more fans. Like, oh no, no.
I ain't mad at it because I liked it. Maybe I'm the new fan. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy.
I can ordinary people with the best of them. Listen, when I'm in the shower, I can yodel, goddamn. I hit all them weird runs and shit they be doing. Hey, man, what? Absolutely.
But yeah, man, shout out to Pusha T, Malice. Well, No Malice, I should say, and definitely Pharrell. Just getting back together, cooking up something. I'm definitely excited as a fan and as a fan of the culture to see what that's gonna sound like. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Oh man, kind of breaking news, man.
Fresh off the press.
Jesus Christ, the NFL and Apple Music have announced their halftime performer for this upcoming Super Bowl, which I think is 50. I don't know.
59.
I forget the numbers, man.
59.
At this point, 59. All right. Headlining Super Bowl 59 halftime show in New Orleans will be none other than Kendrick Lamar. Johnny, what you guys say about Kendrick Lamar headlining Super Bowl halftime show?
Kendrick Lamar, man. 2024. I feel like it's the year of Kendrick. It's the year of Kendrick. You know when they say, listen, you know when the girls no wait. You know when the girlies be like, keep your foot on their neck, bitch. This is exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening right now. We have been so knowing that the Super Bowl is in New Orleans, we have been like pushing and lobbying for the Hot Boys reunion, Big Timers, like New Orleans shit, right? Crazy, we ain't say nothing about No Limit. We just kept saying,
yeah, we just say Lil Wayne, and Hot Boys, Lil Wayne.
But we have Kendrick Lamar, and I'm personally not mad at it. We have a solo hip hop artist who's going to headline the Super Bowl. Listen, I'm thoroughly excited for it. But let's just get to it. Is he going to perform? Oh, what's up?
No, he is going to get there. I have so many questions, bro. Like we ain't even got to talk about him, right? We ain't got to talk about that right now.
Okay, let's get to it.
How did the this was not on my 2024 bingo card. Like how
at all.
Like the NFL ain't never made up their mind this quickly on a Super Bowl halftime show performer that wasn't a pop artist. Like I ain't never like, bro, we in week one. Like they just played 2 games, Thursday and Friday. Now we on Sunday. Now they got the halftime. We usually be in October trying to do this song and dance. You know what I'm saying? Teams
ain't even had they buy it. Like, bro, that's crazy,
bro. They announced Usher like, I kid you not. We talked about this shit like October, November.
Even then, we were still thinking they was gonna switch to Taylor Swift.
Right,
I remember that.
Like, they were still like, "Hey, Usher, step down. Like, let's just let Taylor Swift do it." Like, god damn. And then that was the other thing. I was like, now. Yeah, it's big. Like we could talk about the Aubrey shit, but I was just like, why Taylor Swift just don't do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that I'm here for a Taylor Swift halftime performance, but it's kind of like, hey, if the whites want her, let her have her. But it feels like they would rather have her on the sideline attached to the marquee team right now. That's the marketing ploy with that. Yeah. Let's drive up the ratings for these games. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because the Super Bowl gonna do Super Bowl numbers no matter who's in there.
Right.
But I was just like, wow, that's interesting. And then for them to just decidedly say we're going with a solo hip hop act, we ain't never seen that before. Ever in the history of niggerdom. But and then that's the other thing. That nigga was just on the Super Bowl, bro. He was there. Now he gets to spin the block. Hey.
Didn't Beyonce do it twice in like 3 years or something like that?
Yeah, she did.
So
she did.
Why not? Fuck it. Turn up, baby.
Yeah.
Turn up, K Dot.
But that's the thing. The nigga didn't come out with new music between then and now. At least Beyonce had new music. That's the other caveat. This nigga ain't dropped no new music.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that matters. But I was actually just talking to somebody about this. Rihanna ain't dropped the album in 15 years. She did it. She did the halftime show.
But no, that's Rihanna though. I'm talking about Kendrick not dropping anything and doing it twice in a short amount of time. That's the biggest thing.
Okay. Point taken. But could this also mean that there's a new album coming? Because Usher dropped his album, was it 2 days after his Super Bowl performance this year? So maybe it's something coming.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? It better be a new album. Hey man, like you can't do this. At least when I think, I don't know. Well, Rihanna did it. Went back in the house, had another baby, and all
that. She's straight.
She's straight though. But yeah, no, I mean, like now Super Bowl only 13 minutes. Like Super halftime show 13 minutes. So we got to get to it, baby.
Oh no, we got to get right to it.
So does he do not like us for 15 minutes? Not 13, but 15 minutes.
Hey, he could go out there and run like us back 5 times and be good. No, okay, but this is the no, personally I would love that. But the question is, does the NFL allow him to actually perform not like us?
Yeah, but I mean, what? Hold on. What songs are banned by Kendrick Lamar?
Well, not like us. It's still only what 3 months old. Shit, if that. So, do you think they're okay with the NFL supposed to having this family image? Do you think they allow him to go out there and yell that Drake's a pedophile?
Yeah. Yes. The NFL is a walking hypocritical machine, man.
No,
Listen,
that's true. That is true.
you
That is
can't
true.
you can't sit and talk about we're a family friendly thing, but you got cheerleaders scantily clad on the sideline, nigga. Like, shut up. We're cheering for people to tackle each other. Come on, fam. Like, come on, fam. Shut up. Shut up. That shit out of here.
I mean, I agree, but I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying, but it's like, I mean, there are other songs. Like, I don't know, but I don't think that that's like necessarily a bad song. Like, I don't know.
What if he just get out there and does all the songs from the Drake beef? That's it, and that's the whole set list. That's the whole set list, and Euphoria taking up half of that.
Exactly. I'm like, Euphoria taking up half the set. Jesus Christ! Like, hey man, okay.
I'm here for it. I ain't go front. I'm here for it.
Okay, now we got your right. So, do you think this affects Aubrey in any type of way? Because if we thought anybody could do a Super Bowl halftime show with no problem, no hezzy, is that nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he clearly has the palatable catalog for such a.
Oh yeah. Listen, man. I saw somebody say Kendrick Lamar doing the halftime show is the greatest rebuttal in hip hop history. On first person shooter, they said big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl. But the difference is it's just come on. This is the greatest rebuttal in hip hop history. The greatest. The greatest.
I really like now. It's kind of like with them Drake niggas, like them Aubrey Angel niggas, them Drake nut guzzlers. Y'all been on that man tip for that's nasty, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Hove guy, and I always say Hove lost the beef, no matter how I feel about them songs, right?
Right.
I don't sit here and try to make concessions. Hey, if Nas had got the Super Bowl after fucking Ether,
man,
of course, niggas would have been on Jay helmet. Like, step, nigga, it's over. It's cut. It's done.
It's done.
It's done. Drake, nigga, you let. Oh, all right, fam. And then it's Apple Music. Apple Music gave you a deal.
Come on, it's so many entendres in this whole announcement.
It's so crazy the way we can go with this.
This is insane.
Did Hove do this or did the NFL pick this? Who picked the side on this? Like,
okay. No, that's a phenomenal question.
Niggas don't want to say that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Mm-hmm. As excited as I am for this, because do not get me wrong, I'm excited for this because the whole mystery of like what he performs, who he brings out, because he bringing somebody out, right?
And that's what I was gonna ask you next. Mm-hmm.
I'm almost, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I'm almost about to feel sorry for Drake. The reason
you just shitted on him.
No, it's still no. Listen, it's still fuck him.
That's still saying?
No, it's still fuck him. It's still fuck him. But I'm almost starting to feel sorry for him because it really does look like Drake's star power or aura or whatever it is you want to call it really has diminished from this beef, right? Everything that he's done, every feature that he's done since then has failed. This whole 100 gig shit, like, I don't think people really care about it, right? Like, I think it's been a couple songs that's been cool.
It's hit but if you miss,
100 gigs of content and nobody cares for real, like, it's insane. And then we get the one announcement from Kendrick Lamar that we ain't seen or heard from him since the Not Like Us video dropped, and this is shocked social media by waves, and it just dropped today. It just dropped today. Like, I almost feel sorry for Drake, but he asked for this, so I'm always going down that hill. He asked for this.
He pushed the button. He said, "Don't make me push the button." Hey, look, hey man,
and we here. You know, Man in Black when it was like when he said, "Don't push the button in the car."
Yeah,
he pushed that shit. Yeah. That shit is pushed. We are here.
Oh my god, man. Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh man, you know who's the biggest loser in all this?
Big Sean.
Yes. yeah. Even on our show, we found a way to shit on Big Sean, man. Now this is the thing, right? Big Sean dropped his 6th studio album, Better Me Than You.
Yeah.
Came out on, not last Friday, but the Friday before.
Right.
One thing we kind of noticed here with OS, I just recorded schedule. We go to do an album review. We want to do a real album review and not just kind of fly by night with it. So we're probably just going to be behind the curve when we talk about these albums, but that's fine. We just want to make sure that we give these albums, especially people that we're fans or pseudo fans of, or we know that the culture is at least, wanting to hear, our voices on it. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we give it its just due.
Absolutely.
So, Kendrick getting this Super Bowl announcer right now. God damn, Sean. Damn, bro, fight back.
He can't,
man. But the 6th studio album came out. Johnny, Better Me Than You. What's your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts on the album is that it's okay.
Okay.
It's not terrible,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not great. I think, and this could be my own fault. I think I had some level of expectation from this album because we haven't heard Sean since what, Detroit 2. So I was looking forward to hearing what's been going on with him, and I think it kind of fell flat. That's me though. That's me.
Now, so funny, right? When we discussed this last week, I was just like, hey, I like what I'm hearing. I need a little bit more time because it just felt like it's something that you should sit with. Some albums just don't give you that feel.
Oh yeah.
When you rush into them, because you want to make sure you know what the artist is doing, what they're talking about. Make sure you just ain't liking the song because of the beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's levels to it, right? And then the more I listened, I was like, yo, Sean might have a top album of the year. That's where I was going with it, right? And then the more I listened to it, I was like, hey, he's doing Big Sean stuff, and I don't like this. So it's like my thoughts of the album roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? It went up, it went up and down. And I kind of landed in the same space that you did. Like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not the best thing I've heard, but I think it's like I can ride with a few songs off of it if we're being honest. But it's just the album itself, just I don't know what it is. It felt and it's not. Can you say this about an artist and follow me, right? Just I always want you to get me right if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
bro.
of course.
You know how you listen to something and they sound uninspired, but they have inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Because it's themes of mental health on here. There's themes of him talking about his son and his newborn, maybe his relationship with Janae. It's talking about the falling out with Kanye on here. So it's stuff on here, right? But it's just like,
So answer to your question is yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
One of my biggest pet peeves with Big Sean throughout his entire career has been his voice, right? I don't like his rapping voice.
Yeah.
But after listening to this album, I think I was misguided in my statement. To me, Big Sean doesn't rap with conviction. He doesn't make me feel like he means what he's saying in his raps. And I think it's the epitome of that is on this album. Like, he doesn't sound serious about anything he's saying. He's very monotone, and I don't mean cadence. I mean the way he's actually delivering on these songs.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of turns me off to some of the songs. Like, the more upbeat songs, I think can kind of mask the way that he raps. Which and a lot of the up tempo songs are the songs that I like off the album because he doesn't have to rap with such conviction as he does on songs that have beats that are a little bit slower. And I think that's my major issue with the album.
And you know what's the crazy thing about it? I'm on the other side of it. I like slow song Sean.
Okay.
If that's the thing, right? Like some of the biggest songs that I've been like a fan of when it came to Big Sean was like the slow shit. Like it's a song on Finally Famous 2, which is one of his better mixtapes. And that's not Detroit. It's like Memories. It's like stuff like that. Stuff like where he getting his introspection and shit. Oh man, that's honestly that's Sean's bag. Like, if you gonna be honest. But that's like the album cut stuff though. Like, I know that stuff don't sell albums. So they, hey, I understand that.
Right.
But that's the person, like that's the method or the song stuff that I like from him. But like we just talking about the album, like I think it started off strong, and I think that's what masked a lot of
Yep.
the fallacies or the shortcomings of the album. Because I'm like Typecast, uh, Break the Cycle, and Who You Are, the Superstar Flip, like those three,
Yeah,
that
that
3 song
superstar.
run,
Yeah,
that was I ain't gonna
superstar
hold
flip was
you.
hard.
And like the whoever did the production on that, I didn't look up a lot of that, but Who You Are is kind of like Superstar. It's kind of like how the Detroit beat sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever did that might have been a Detroit producer. So between Typecast, Break the Cycle, and Who You Are, my God, yes. Now let me ask you this: did you like Yes?
No,
Okay, I hated it. I was like, oh my God, this
no.
is like it sounded like something that he did, like the production sound like something that Kanye did in that good music, good,
Era.
yeah, that good music era. I don't like that. I don't like that for him for some
Yeah.
reason. I was like, nah, get that shit up out of here. And that's the single. I mean, that's a single because there's a video to it.
Right. Was that the lead single?
No, it was Precision. Precision was the Precision. Remember, we talked about it kind of briefly, maybe a month or two ago.
Yes, just recently came out, right? Because I
Yes,
know I remember listening to it.
Yes is a recent
Okay.
joint, but Precision was like, I forgot what the beat flip on Precision was.
I think he did Yes at the Tiny Desk. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
That's what I remember hearing it.
Now,
But, yeah.
What else? It Is What It Is featuring Gunna. I think that's pretty solid song. Apologize with Erica Kane, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I love that song. I love that. On Up, that's a get on up flip, kind of a cheat code. Like it though. You know what I'm saying? Certified. Like I like it. And then that's where it kind of goes, up and down. Yeah, because like I like the skit with CP. I
Absolutely
all deaf. Like, hey, that's I love that. Big Sean is putting him on. Or at least giving him a bigger platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the fact that CP is from Detroit too. So shout out to that.
Exactly.
I definitely like the skits. Do you feel like the production on the album was a little scattered, like all over the place, or do you think it was kind of consistent?
Scattered.
Yeah.
Scattered.
Yeah. Hold
on. I like Million Pieces. I think that was some cool. And then Precision fits within the album, not really a single.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me ask you this because it's kind of on topic, but it's not. How do you feel about singles that you don't like, but they fit within the album? How do you feel about that? Because we have those conversations all the time, right? You hear this song, it's a lead single or it's a filler or whatever, and then you're like, but you get it within the body of the album. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I see what y'all was doing.
See, that's why today I don't really like listening to singles.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get a lot of those instances, right, where we'll get a single, it really don't make sense before the album come out, but in the sequencing of the album, it sounds great. So I think the most recent one, which is I guess really not that recent, but J. Cole did that. He had a song called Interlude on the off season, and I didn't really care for it because it was the lead single, but listening to the album, I was like, oh, well, duh, makes sense. So yeah, that's why I try not to listen to the singles of an album unless it's somebody I really, really, really want to hear. But yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite song on the album if you have one?
It's definitely in the first half. Honestly, it's probably either Typecast or Who You Are. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
It's definitely between those.
That's early. I'm somewhere between Typecast and actually My Life / Happiness with Ellie Goulding.
Okay.
Let's listen. I like One Man Can Change the World, Big Sean. I kind of like that shit. Like I gonna hold you. Like, so this is kind of in that vein. So I like that. It was just the beat. It was just something about the beat and what he was discussing there. So but that's pretty much what I got for Better Me Than You, Johnny. Do you have to rate this album out of 5? What you going with, brother?
See, it's gonna sound nasty. It's gonna sound nasty, but I'm going 2.5. 2.5. I'm going 2.5.
Wow.
It's just under. It's just under mid. Just under.
I hate when we agree. Not to say that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be a point differential. You know what I'm saying?
2.6.
Not exactly, because when I was listening to him, like, oh man, we in 4 territory, baby. Like, because the way it started, I was like, oh, you better keep this up. Oh, and then
Nope.
he started doing Sean stuff, like Sean things, man. And so, and that's why I like sitting with an album, because I need to know if I like it or not. I don't want to be on the hype train. And I definitely agree with you there, brother. 2.5 is kind of where I kind of put that album. Definitely under mid. Be talking about out of what are these 18 songs, I'm really rocking with a strong 5.
If that for me. If that.
But and then most of them coming in the top half. I shouldn't want to keep focused with CP as a skit on my phone, like just a skit, like you know what I'm saying. I just like that. That was funny. Like
he's just talking shit. That's
exactly.
Being goofy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man. So that was the review of Better Me Than You. Is there any Big Sean, fans? I don't know if Sean has a hive. If y'all want to hate, you know what I'm saying, gonna run the numbers up on this review.
Yeah, no facts.
And gonna hate it up. But hey, man, Blerd topic, Blerd set before we get up out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
Few topics here. Let me see here, man. What we doing? Because I lost my list. I'm sorry. Potential actors here. So the Green Lantern series Lanterns is coming out on HBO Max. Or I'm not sure who has that property. We'll get to that in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
But we have potential actors on that, and they're going to play none other than Hal Jordan, Johnny. What we got for this, brother?
I was very what's the word I'm looking for? I guess surprised by the actor choices for Hal Jordan. So they're going for an older mentor-esque Hal Jordan, where John Stewart, the Black Green Lantern, was going to be like the focal point of the series, which I am thoroughly happy about.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know what they're doing here.
You know what they're doing?
Men in Black, but go ahead.
Damn. Okay, well, so the characters in question were Ewan McGregor and Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
They were being eyed. And that the guy that's playing, I don't know if this is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then we all know Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, all right. So I don't know. I was very interested by those pickings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both great actors. Can I see either of them as Hal Jordan? I really have no idea. Like I would have to.
I don't know about Matthew McConaughey playing no superhero. Yeah, I can't do that one, bro.
But see, if he more in a mentor role, he ain't gonna be doing much but talking.
But then
just
again,
in the talking.
But then again, the way they're setting the show up, it's supposed to be like a true detective. It's supposed to be like a cop type of thing.
And see, I think that would make sense.
If you're going with that route, okay, Matthew McConaughey is from True Detective.
Yeah. There you go.
Exactly. But no, I think this is Josh Brolin's role to lose.
Which is
I think they announced it. Like, we deep into the Blerd street, so it ain't you watch Emergency Awesome 2. Yeah. Josh Brolin got it.
So you're right, but I didn't hear that. So
yeah. Josh Brolin got it. So it's kind of like, okay, well, now, hey, if it's wrong, we'll come back and talk about it.
We'll retract.
But let's just say Josh Brolin got it. So you got him as Thanos, greatest comic book, at least that adaptation on screen, right? One of the ones. I ain't gonna say definitively the best, but
he up there.
He top 3, but he ain't 3. You know,
there you go.
So you got that, and then you play Cable, which was actually pretty good. Pretty good rendition, right? Decent. No,
debatable.
Right, cool. And then he played it. And then he played the Men in Black too. So it's kind of like he played the younger version of Agent K.
God damn, you're right.
So if we're going off of what that looks like, yes, give him the damn Lantern show,
bro. You right.
Give him the damn Lantern show if we're playing the old grumpy Hal Jordan.
I forgot all about Men in Black. That's crazy.
So we're doing that, and then we're pretty much going to get a younger black actor to play John Stewart. Okay, Men in Black all over again, baby. Let's make it happen.
That's fire.
It's Men in Black. They just got powers.
This is Men in Black. Just on oil.
They just got powers. You know what I'm saying? They got powers this
They
time.
got jewelry. They got magical jewelry.
They getting slapped up by nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's aliens. It's all kinds of shit.
They get to fight the aliens for real, straight up. You know, no guns, no phasers. You know what I'm saying? Straight hand in hand if we got to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, saying this is Men in Black makes so much sense, and I don't know if I'm happy or sad about it. Like I don't know.
Well, hey, bro, an idea ain't nothing but an idea of something else. Bro.
It's true. It's
even
true.
though Men in Black probably stole this from lanterns, and lanterns probably stole. Hey, man, hey,
Either or.
none of this shit is new, bro. But yes, no, Men in Black, and it's a show. Like, come on, man. Now this is the thing, right? Does it matter whose branding is under because it's a show?
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter if it's a Max original or does it matter if it's HBO original? Because those are two different things. Because like look at the marketing that Game of Thrones gets, right? That is an HBO show.
And that's what I was about to say.
Think of Succession, HBO show.
Insecure,
HBO show.
It would matter because of the dollars that would be behind it. If it's Max, that's a streaming platform show. It's not going to be as much. If this is an HBO show, they throwing all the weight behind it. Now, with that being said, I do believe that this ties into the overall DCEU. So knowing that, I think this is going to be a Max property, just like the Penguin. The Penguin is a Max property, not HBO. So I imagine that this will be a Max property.
And I think the thing that saves the Penguin from any like real big ridicule or whatnot is the fact that Matt Reeves is directing this, the same guy that does the movie. Like it's the same.
Yeah, because it's within the same unit. It's the same, yeah.
But we're just shooting this for TV, so I think that helps with the continuity. That helps with how it's shot and all that stuff because it's the same creative director over everything.
Right, exactly.
Now we don't know if lanterns are going to be introduced into the. I mean, we know, but we don't know how. Right? We know that the Penguin was in the Batman.
Yeah, we seen it.
We see that. So for him to come down and get his own show, and then it's the same person directing it. Oh,
and the same person playing everything.
Yeah. So it's like there's no drop off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what their plans with the lanterns are. So that's why it's kind of like it's cool. But I guess.
I guess. No, man. Let's make a pivot because I don't think we actually had this on the docket.
Okay.
But Ralph and I, we talked throughout the week. Send various posts and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we saw something that said potentially the MCU is either gonna cancel Blade or cancel Armor Wars. What the hell? What is going on? We just talked about how they doing black actors, black characters, properties and all that. What? That's insane.
Well, you know what my vote is.
Well, of course.
No, I mean, no, not in this situation. If you give me one to pick, of course I'm gonna say get Armor Wars the fuck up out of here. I don't want another Iron Man story. No Iron Man.
I'm on the opposite spectrum of that.
Jesus Christ, because okay, no, I'm gonna let you cook before I start.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I mean, the thing about Armor Wars, right? I think that's probably the most. Like we just talked about how they be burning money over there. Like they just burn money, right? If you have budgetary issues, Armor Wars is not the movie or the property you want to adapt right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all the CGI that it takes to, do all that, that stuff, right? I imagine that you can make a nice vampire film real cheap, right? And I think one thing about Blade works well in teams. You know what I'm saying? Like in the comics, right?
Yeah.
So if you're trying to really introduce this dark element into MCU, Midnight Suns, you got Moon Knight floating out there. You want to bring Ghost Rider back. You got, all these, you got Scarlet Witch still floating around. Like if that's the game we finna start playing, I'm not saying put them all in his first film and dilute what a Blade film could be, but maybe put one person there, like a Moon Knight, or like something, put somebody there. Unfortunately, that's just how it's gonna have to play out because of what you've done. You fumbling the character right now. And I think that if the MCU wants to introduce this darker element that's going to get a newer fan or, something else there, you have to go that route. Because, listen, we doing RDJ for cash grabs. Shit, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, y'all reaching because y'all need something new.
Right.
Y'all need something that people can familiarize themselves with. Or if
Yep.
you're familiarizing yourself with something, Blade always works with people. Blade
Right.
is not a solo act. Even his first film, right? Whistler and Karen. I'm not
Yeah.
sure who those are in the comics, but he was working with them to get Deacon Frost up out the paint. So part 2, we get another team. Part 3, we get Ryan Reynolds, aka Deadpool, and whatever, right? Like it's always something. So
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that, but I think they should just go ahead and cancel Blade. First of all, they had way too many, script rewrites.
Yeah.
The whole joint, the whole issue with Mahershala Ali, like him not liking scripts. Director, we didn't had 2 directors that backed out themselves. They didn't get fired. The
They
directors quit.
Yeah.
So that's all in one right there, right? Not to mention we just had a version of Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine who died. Like I know we keep talking about this whole multiversal stuff. Like at some point we're gonna have to switch. We're gonna have to switch from it. So if you don't get Wesley Snipes to do it, who else are you gonna get to do it? I know we floated some names out there, but I think at this point it really doesn't matter. I think Blade itself has been hindered with too many issues to really move forward right now. I think they should cancel it, possibly do Blade as a special presentation, like they did like Echo and Werewolf by Night. Like maybe introduce him that way, have a crossover with Moon Knight or whatever, Ghost Rider, whoever else you want to bring into the darker side of this, and then transition them over into Doomsday and Secret Wars. Then you can possibly do a movie reboot.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. If Blade had never had his own trilogy before this, do you think we would be even having this conversation?
That's a good question. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I mean, obviously, I never picked up a comic book, so I wouldn't know that Blade was like a big thing. But I think that we know that the Blade franchise can be so successful. That's why we're not letting it. Like I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? But no, like we can't revert the OG to the show when we've seen that he's been successful on the silver screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I hear you, but
and then a Blade TV show like that was Sticky Fingers, man. We can't. No, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. Sticky Fingers play Blade.
But see, but that could be the one thing that gets the casuals over to Disney Plus. Like because Blade is such a big draw, like let's do the special presentation real quick. Then in 2030, goddamn, when it's really time, we can have the movie out there. That's an exaggeration.
I know. I'm about to say he'll be just as old as Wesley Snipes is right now. Like, because the movie was announced in 2019 when they did the Eternals like panel shit. Like he stepped on the Eternal stuff. They brought him out and stepped on the Eternals whole thing.
You know what's crazy? I think even with this announcement out like this, I think Mahershala just steps away. And I think if that happens, the whole movie just needs to go. The whole movie needs to go.
Bro, he is in Jurassic Park Rebirth. And you know what happens to black people in Jurassic Park? Like you know what they casted them as. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watched one Jurassic Park film where one black person made it, and she was kind of like a person that was a dinosaur wrangler. I think that was in the last one. Like she wasn't even a scientist. Yeah. Now if you just like an operations press the button type nigga, oh you're a cook. And then don't be the niggas that wear like the fatigue. Oh, you really getting chopped up. Like you really. And the image I saw of Mahershala, he was in the field. He had the flare with the field. You know he getting ate, bro. Like he is done. He is out of here.
So basically,
medium well steak. They like seasoning. You know what I'm talking about? He is done, bro. Mahershala said, "I'll go get ate up by this new dinosaur that they made over here." You know what I'm saying? Rather than go play Blade with Marvel because they can't get their shit together.
You gotta offset the money.
Listen, we know how these Jurassic Park worlds. I mean, these Jurassic World things end. more dinosaurs. Like, why they ain't killed? Hey man, don't get me started, man. I don't know what's more ridiculous. I don't know what's more ridiculous at this point. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, or Fast and Furious. I don't know what's more ridiculous. Like,
it's still Fast and Furious, but
still
you
Fast
know,
and Furious.
yeah,
Hey.
it is. It is.
They ain't killed.
No motherfuckers went to space. I don't care. That's crazy.
Hey,
That's
man.
crazy. They strapped
Yeah.
two jetpacks on the car and went outside the atmosphere. No.
One thing, right? It's a villain in the Jurassic World films, and they just keep letting it happen, right? It's the Asian doctor, right? With all due respect, I'm not sure where he falls in. But y'all just keep letting him make more dinosaurs, more teeth, like big dinosaurs. Like, bro, we've been looking at this since '93, and it's only been maybe 2 films, 2 good films out of all 8. 2.
Apparently, in that world, ain't no laws against creating dinosaurs.
Clear, man, and they keep letting them do it. It's always another big bad corporation that's willing to take him on as an employee. You have seen what this nigga track record is. Y'all still keep letting them make that. All right, bro.
Well, listen, we know them Asian countries, they on the rise. They can't stop them. No, okay, my bad. Well,
you know what? We have reached the end of our docket, Johnny. What you got for us?
Oh snap, that's funny. Listen, if you're on YouTube and audio, because ain't no song of the week, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. If you are on YouTube though, hit that comment section, let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Ralph, episode 245, bro. Anything left for the people?
Hey man, 245. Like we say, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys for listening to the stuff that me and Johnny like to talk about for an hour and some odd change. When you see this link, you see these faces, make sure you share because OS is for the streets.
And with that, that's episode 245.
245.
Say bye to baby Deadpool.
We out.
Peace.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.